Hey guys, this is Coffeeyay for HUSNG.com. I'm here with you for part 3B of my Math and Heads and Sit and Go series. It's 3B because it's supposed to be a continuation of part 3, talking about shoving. So just wanted to sort of really quickly review where we left off. We discussed the binary shove or fold decision making. So whether we want to shove or just fold. We solved it for some post-flop situations where we're raising or jamming and want to know fold equity and pot equity are required to make the shove. But we left off pre-flop to software because just doing it by hand was pointless. So what I'm going to do today is talk about how we can use ICMIZER to do pre-flop decision making for us, especially this shove or fold decision. So ICMIZER is specifically built to solve the decision for us. That's actually how it does things. It compares things always to folding. It's something to keep in mind because I know that, for instance, Mercenary oftentimes in his charts will compare decision to equity at start of hand. ICMIZER is built to solve whether folding or shoving is better for the most part. And so notice that in that spot, that will mean that it'll be using the same convention that I've been using throughout this video, that folding is forced to be equal to 0, and we just solve for things that are greater than it. So our inputs for this will be villain's range. That's the whole point of using software, is that we don't input random frequencies. We're just inputting a whole range. And so if we're looking at open shoving, all we need to do is input villain's calling range. If we're 3-bet shoving, we need two things. We need villain's opening range as well as his 3-bet range. And so once we fix those things, we can use ICMIZER to produce the answer as to whether shoving is better than folding. It does so, the answer is in the form of a chart of all the hands that you consider doing this for. So it's awesome. It just solves it all in one go, gives you the entire matrix of what hands are going to be better. It even also shows you how much better it is for every hand, which is going to be really important once we start constructing strategies. Just before we dive in to using ICMIZER, I want to talk about some of the complications. So as we've been doing so far in this series, we are dealing with binary decision making, shove or fold in this case. And so obviously it's not going to take into account all the complexities. So it's not going to take into account the equity of min raising or limping. So open shoving, even though it's more profitable than folding, can still be less profitable than min raising or limping. Out of position, it doesn't take into account the equity of flatting or 3-betting non-all-in. However, unlike the break-even points in the chart, it produces, it gives the amount that shoving is better than folding. Sorry, a little typo. It gives you how much it's better than folding.